instead of doing everything we can to get someone like Kamala elected. Kamala and Tim, they have lived amazing lives. And I am confident that they will lead with compassion, inclusion, and grace. But they are still only human. They are not perfect. And like all of us, they will make mistakes. But luckily, y'all, this is not just on them. No, this is up to us, all of us, to be the solution that we seek. It's up to all of us to be the antidote to the darkness and division. Look, I don't care how you identify politically, whether you're Democrat, Republican, Independent, or none of the above. This is our time to stand up for what we know in our hearts is right. To stand up, not just for our basic freedoms, but for decency and humanity, for basic respect, dignity, and empathy, for the values at the very foundation of this democracy. It's up to us to remember what Kamala's mother told her. Don't just sit around and complain.
It's coming, chat.
Do something. So if they lie about her, and they will, we've got to do something. If we see a bad poll, and we will, we got to put down that phone and do something. If we start feeling tired, if we start feeling that dread creeping back in, we got to pick ourselves up, throw water on our face, and what?
She's doing mind control.
We only have 2.5 months,
She's hypnotized them.
to get this done. Only 11 weeks to make sure every single person we know is registered and has a voting plan. So we cannot afford for anyone America to sit on their hands and wait to be called. Don't complain if no one from the campaign has specifically reached out to you to ask you for your support. There is simply no time for that kind of foolishness. You know what you need to do.
Bro, I swear to God, I think Michelle Obama could like end the apartheid.
Official ask.
The Obamas could end the apartheid if they just had enough energy.
To do something.
Like, I'm not kidding. Every single person in this room is completely lasered. So locked in. If they cared enough, yeah.
This election is going to be close. In some states, just a handful, listen to me, a handful of votes in every precinct could decide the winner. So we need to vote in numbers that erase any doubt. We need to overwhelm any effort to suppress us. Our fate is in our hands. In 77 days, we have the power to turn our country away from the fear, division, and smallness of the past.
She could get everyone in here to subscribe at the top of the hour.
To marry our hope with our action.
In order not to see the 3-minute ad break at the top of the hour, you know what I'm saying?
To pay forward the love, sweat, and sacrifice
G Broomer, thank you for the 20 gifted subs. There's a 3-minute ad break now.
Who came before us.
Twitch Prime is free, folks.
We did it before, y'all, and we sure can do it again. Let us work like our lives depend on it. And let us keep moving our country forward and go higher. Yes, always higher than we've ever gone before as we elect the next president and vice president of the United States, Kamala Harris and Tim Walz. Thank you all. God bless.
Who's the best speaker for you? I mean, I think Michelle Obama is the best, like, hands down. So far, not even a question.
Now, before I go,
Barack Obama would be the best, though.
I have one more job tonight. Yeah. One more job. You all, thank you for all the love, but it is now my honor to introduce somebody who knows a whole lot about hope. Someone who has spent his life strengthening our democracy, and let me tell you, as someone who lives with him, he wakes up every day, and thinks about what's best for this country. Please welcome America's 44th president and the love of my life, Barack Obama.
First Lady Michelle Obama with a fiery, heartfelt, and personal call to action as she greets her husband, former President Barack Obama.
Chat, the noise gate can't contain anything right now. It is
speech,
impossible to hear myself think, even with like my noise gated headphones in here. It's fucking crazy.
Had some things to get off her chest, particularly about Donald Trump, first by implication and then by name, Hallie.
She blew the roof off this place. It was a full-throated endorsement of Kamala Harris and a full-throated indictment of Donald Trump.
She has blown the doors off this house and certainly raised the bar for what is to come from her husband.
Do you want to turn around and witness this? No, I don't care.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Thank you. No, that's enough. Thank you, thank you. Chicago! It's good to be home.
I'm muting my mic.
It is good to be home, and I don't know about you, but I'm feeling fired up. I am feeling ready to go. Even if I am the only person stupid enough to speak after Michelle Obama. I am feeling hopeful because this convention has always been pretty good to kids with funny names who believe in a country where anything is possible. Because we have a chance to elect someone who has spent her entire life trying to give people the same chances America gave her. Someone who sees you and hears you and will get up every single day and fight for you. The next president of the United States of America, Kamala Harris. It's been 16 years since I had the honor of accepting this party's nomination for president. And I know that's hard to believe because I have not aged a bit. But it's true. And looking back, I can say without question that my first big decision as your nominee turned out to be one of my best. And that was asking Joe Biden to serve by my side as vice president. Other than some common Irish blood, Joe and I come from different backgrounds, but we became brothers. And as we worked together for 8, sometimes pretty tough years, What I came to admire most about Joe wasn't just his smarts, his experience. It was his empathy and his decency and his hard-earned resilience, his unshakable belief that everyone in this country deserves a fair shot.
Bro, of course he's riding Joe.
And over the last 4 years, those are the
He dropped out.
values
He's got to give him his flowers.
America has needed most. At a time when millions of our fellow citizens were sick and dying, we needed a leader with the character to put politics aside and do what was right. At a time when our economy was reeling, we needed a leader with the determination to drive what would become the world's strongest recovery. 15 million jobs, higher wages, lower health care costs. At a time when the other party had turned into a cult of personality, we needed a leader who was steady and brought people together and was selfless enough to do the rarest thing there is in politics, putting his own ambition aside for the sake of the country. History will remember Joe Biden as an outstanding president who defended democracy at a moment of great danger. And I am proud to call him my president, but I am even prouder to call him my friend. Now, the torch has been passed. Now it is up to all of us to fight for the America we believe in. And make no mistake, it will be a fight. For all the incredible energy we've been able to generate over the last few weeks, for all the rallies and the memes, this will still be a tight race in a closely divided country. A country where too many Americans are still struggling, where a lot of Americans don't believe government can help. And as we gather here tonight, the people who will decide this election are asking a very simple question. Who will fight for me? Who's thinking about my future? About my children's future, about our future together? One thing is for certain.
So is that Mamala.
Donald Trump is not losing sleep over that question. Here's a 78-year-old billionaire who has not stopped whining about his problems since he rode down his golden escalator 9 years ago. It has been a constant stream of gripes and grievances that's actually been getting worse now that he's afraid of losing to Kamala. There's the childish nicknames, the crazy conspiracy theories, this weird obsession with crowd sizes. It just goes on and on and on. The other day I heard someone compare Trump to the neighbor who keeps running his leaf blower outside your window every minute of every day. Now, from a neighbor, that's exhausting. From a president,
his charisma is
it's
so fucking
dangerous.
unmatched, dude. He's funny too.
The truth is, Donald Trump sees power as nothing more than it means to his ends. He wants the middle class to pay the